What is up, everybody? It is Saturday. It is 1 p.m. You know what that means. Another episode of Grading the Market, part of Sweep the League TV network. He is Anthony Turk. Make sure you give him a follow at GiantDad21. I am Jacob Eric. Make sure you give me a follow at Jacob Eric C. That is if y'all aren't already. What's up, Anthony? It feels good to be back in the studio, man, back at our house.
Yeah. Sometimes you go to visit somebody's house, especially for the first time. It's a little, you try to be on your best behavior, right? But when you're at home, right, you can sort of let your hair down and relax and be yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, man. For those of y'all who don't know, Anthony and I jumped on a Sweep the League yesterday. Make sure y'all go ahead and check it out. It was had fun, man. Had fun. Thanks again to Rudy for letting us jump on there. I'm pretty sure. Well, looks like we're going to be back on in the future. You got Leha's up in here. What's up? What the hell is up? Yep. What's up, Chris Leha? Bias is also in here. Be right back. I'm planning on crashing the episode. All right, man. Hey, so what do we got today? There's not a whole lot happening in the hobby. Full disclosure, Anthony and I just wanted to hang out with y'all for a little bit. We haven't been in our studio for a while. Um, Going back to what, like I was saying about Sweep the League yesterday, man. I know we touched on a little bit on the MLB. Man, Anthony, I don't know if you saw, dude. I don't know if I want to bring it up, but it's kind of like an unwritten rule. Hey, when something is going good in baseball, you're not supposed to talk about it anyway. I mentioned yesterday that it was going to be a rough weekend for Anthony, myself,
Is
and Rudy as far in the MLB world. Well, looking back, the Cubs who were visiting the Yankees, man, the Yankees they crushed the Cubs 11-0.
Yeah,
Man,
Cody Bellinger had 3 home runs, almost four, but he got robbed um, right at the wall. I wish you would have said something today too, because right now the Yankees are down 4-0.
yeah, they're currently playing right now.
Yeah.
My Padres beat the Phillies 4-2, and
hmm
then Rudy's Giants uh, beat the Dodgers 8-7. Oh, I hope that keeps going. I hope I don't mess it up, man. I just had to bring it up, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
I was actually debating right before the show. I was like, do I even want to bring that up or not? Because I was going back, on MLB when they have like a pitcher is throwing like a no hitter, and maybe when they get into like the fifth or sixth, everybody you see them in the dugout, they tend to like leave them alone, maybe even sit at the opposite end of the dugout. In other words, they just don't bring it up, and
Yeah.
and I
Even
just
it's even an unwritten rule in sports in the booth. Like
yeah,
the announcers don't bring it up. They don't say the word. They don't say no hitter.
yeah, they don't say no hitter. Leha jumped in. He was bringing up that the Rangers got over on the Astros 7-3, but it's going to be a fun weekend for the MLB. Like we mentioned yesterday, man. Um, All Star Weekend activities started and stuff like that, so that should be cool.
Yeah,
How's everything been going for you, Anthony?
good man. Just taking a nice little break, man. Relaxing. I was hoping that it was a long work week. Just one of those weeks. I just kind of wanted to, as some people say, dump out that old cup of coffee, right, and start off with a fresh one, for Monday. So that's what I'm doing this weekend. Just kind of chilling, relaxing.
Man, word on the street is you were opening up some heat earlier with them soccer cards. Huh?
Oh man, so I didn't pull them today, right? I got a whole bunch of cards in storage, and my daughter, who I was trying to get, just it's a cool bonding experience, right? If the kid's into it, right? And I think I try to maybe force it a little bit. So she won a soccer card, so we got some soccer cards, and like me, I'm not a big soccer guy. I didn't know many of the guys, so she she didn't either. Um, but obviously, there's a few names that we know, right? There's like three or four big huge names that we know. So any variant, anything with color on it, I sort of just kept, thinking that. these aren't cards like worth like throwing away or giving away. So um, I just run through a few, right. Anything rookie with color I kept. Um, this is talking about butchering names here in the states, man. So Vert, Mansverk, right? So there's a I'm just gonna put them in here like this, right? So I got a few of these, right? These are all color, kind of hard to see with the light. Um, there's this cracked ice rookie, Aaron Dunnan. No idea who this guy is, but it's a rookie cracked ice. And then you've got these aqua prisms.
Yeah,
Um,
they look nice. Man, when it comes to soccer, honestly, the one that's the go-to guy right there is going to be Chris Leja or Matt Atlanta Cards. I know they're big time.
yeah.
Yeah, they're big soccer fans.
So I'm gonna just show this little stack real quick, right? So we got a bunch of these, right? These are that aqua silver, but then these are. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize this. Aaron Dubbin was a. This is numbered. I just realized
It
that
happens
cracked ice is numbered,
just that
right?
easy. It's just
Yes, and then speaking of numbered, this is rookie Julian Durnville. This is pink mojo numbered, and then these are sort of the nasty ones, right? Um, I got three Mystic Knights, but this is the hitter,
mm,
Mbappe. A couple of those. There's this ageless alchemy insert. Leija stash all them rookies,
yep, he knows.
and then uh, these I believe are not necessarily like short prints, but I only got two of these, right? And then that, and then Mathis or Matisse Tell, right? That's an insert, and then I think this is a um, short print or super short print. This is Gabriel Jesus for Arsenal. Maybe Leha can jump in.
Yeah,
Which
I actually when you sent me that picture, I had showed it to him, so he has checked out those
Okay,
already.
okay. Those ageless alchemy. The names are David Villa or Villa and Hanaro Gattuso. Those are the two ageless alchemy ones.
This is Leja's favorite guy right now,
Oh, okay.
Lamine Yamal. It's
Where's
a
he
one of
from?
one. I have no idea. Sold for 87,000. I just know that that's Leja's PC. That's one of his. I
Wait,
just
wait,
wanted to
wait. That card sold for what?
86 grand, bro.
Dang.
Yeah, I kind of just wanted to show Leja just to make him mad. You know how we do it in the hobby. Gabriel says that, or Leja says that Gabriel Jesus is sick. Yeah, man, they're nice looking cards. David Villa, Barca legend. I actually bought one of those for my wife. And then he jumps in. Lamine Yamal plays for Barcelona and Spain. That's my dog. I told you that's his guy. If you ever come across one of those, make sure he's the first one, or Chris is the very first one that you hit up. Hey, speaking of, before we go any further, speaking of Chris, make sure you go ahead and if y'all need any concrete work done, give MCS General Contracting a call, and that's at 210-774-9155. You know they how they say it, diamond rock or diamond hard, maybe. So I think he was actually doing work over at an Air Force base and stuff like that. So they do
Oh,
commercial and residential stuff like that.
damn.
Yeah, and Doge didn't get to them, baby. Doge didn't get to them. Oh, Elon's not stopping them, man. They're the best. They're the best. I'm actually going to be giving him a call to come up, check out my driveway too. Now, see what
Okay.
else has been going on in the hobby. Um,
Um,
I know you
No,
had a
no,
couple of
go.
ideas of where you said you wanted to start talking about something in our future shows about prospects.
Yeah, so I just think that uh, sure thing, Chris. You got it. Um, I don't have a lot. What I showed just now is probably all the soccer that I have, but maybe I'll grab some pictures and of them and send them your way because I know it's kind of fuzzy um, over a live show or recorded video. Um, yeah, man. So I just just this idea that where we are a card show, right? We love talking about cards, um, and people want to know like who's hot, and it's just so hard to to track, right? And obviously, um, as Chris Leha just mentioned in soccer, right? That kid that he just mentioned, like he's just this young um, generational talent, right? Um, what if you could what if you could identify that, right? What if you could see how good this guy was going to be, right? Or how do you keep up with this kind of talent, right? So um, I just thought it'd be a cool idea, right? Of maybe teams, we can start off with like teams that we follow, right? And guys coming up, prospects, high school players that are signed, maybe sort of like keep up with how they're doing, either the Yankees or Padres, or if anybody's interested in somebody else, you guys, let us know. And I love looking at that stuff. So you guys let us know, and I'll definitely keep my eye out on those players. Or if there's a guy that you guys think like, hey man, check this guy out. This guy's an up and comer. Like for example, George Lombard Jr. Is a prospect for the Yankees. Spencer Jones is a prospect for the Yankees that they've been killing it. Spencer just moved up to single A and killing it there, right? And I brought that up to a family member about George Lombard Jr. And he tells me George Lombard Jr. is not even like the best player in his house. He's got a brother that is more than likely going to be the first round overall pick next year. His name is Jacob.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jacob Lombard.
Oh,
So those I think it'd be maybe interesting to just kind of bring those guys up, at least bring up names that like people can like keep in the back of their heads, maybe take a look at. And if they want to start maybe investing in that guy early, why not?
definitely, definitely. Yeah, that's something that we're going to go ahead and look into, and we're probably going to be just we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Hey, before we go any further, too, I want to give a quick shout out to Hobby Tag Facilitator. Make sure you give him a follow at PC Oregon Ducks 2. Um, I buy from him. I purchase from him, and
Yeah,
I know.
even with all those Dodgers on his page.
Yeah, even with that, I'm sorry. I accidentally took it off, man. But yeah, yeah. Make sure you give him a follow. I purchased from him, and I know we've talked about it in the past before that if you surround yourself with good people when it comes to the hobby, you know, well, you're going to be surrounded by good people. But and they also learn who you PC, and they tend to just follow you, and they know who you collect and stuff like that. That's why just a while ago I was saying, hey, I know Leha. This is Lamine Yamal is his soccer guy. I know he's an Astros fan, so if any Astros come out, I know I put it to the side to him. If a Knicks or Giants card comes out, I put it to the side for you and stuff like that. But I wanted to give a shout out to Hobby Tech Facilitator. Um, most of the or lots of times when we purchase a card, they know who you personally collect, and they'll throw in like a whole bunch of goodies in there and stuff like that. And that's what he did with me. So what I did was I purchased this Antonio Gates card, right? I got it from him, It's a nice little, nice card, auto.
Hmm.
And this is everything else that he sent in the same box. All that extra stuff.
Yeah.
A graded Herbie.
What?
Yeah. All this is everything he sent.
Yeah,
So it
that's
was a
nice.
nice little mail day, man. So once again, shout out to Hobby Tag Facilitator. Make sure you give him a follow at PC Oregon Ducks 2. Man, great dude.
Yeah, you know what's fun? I saw it all the time, right? And I started thinking, I love it. Like if I buy a card online, right, and somebody hits me up with like some extra, especially if they're nice like that, super appreciative, right? Leave a awesome review for that person, right? But I couldn't help but to wonder because sometimes you get junk.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
so then you got to figure out. It almost becomes like a burden, getting these extra cards because like man, what am I gonna do with these base veteran cards, right? So but sometimes people just use those cards as like protectors.
Yeah.
So they'll
Sometimes I do do that too. Yeah.
they'll throw a couple cards on top and back, just to as an extra layer of protection.
Well, he protects the hell out of his cards and what he shoots them because he sent me a lot. Don't mind if I do. Thank you very much. Hey, I
Yeah.
know yesterday when we were on Sweep the League, we were talking a little bit about the home run derby, and we talked about Cal Riley a little bit. Edmund Ortiz, man, make sure you give him a follow at SAT Scribe. He's on the lookout for a Cal Riley card. So, myself and you, Anthony, I don't know if you have one. I'm
Oh, he's
pretty
looking for a rookie.
brookie. We don't ask for much here at Great in the Market. Like we like to say, we don't ask for much here. You got a rookie, I'm
Rookie,
pretty sure he'll take
rookie on. He's only looking for a rookie on card auto. Or
we don't ask for much.
RAS, yeah.
No, but I told him I did say that I will get you that Cal Riley card, Edmund. That's going to go along. I still haven't forgot about your Steph Castle rookie card. I have that tucked away as well. I know you're in the middle of moving or something like that, so I haven't tried to reach out to you and stuff like that, but I haven't forgot about you, brother. So, and then we have another one, Matt Lerma. Make sure you give him a follow at Matt Lerma underscore PS. He was looking for a Wemby rookie card that he said. I went ahead and told him, I was like, Matt, I got you, bro. When it comes to the Wemby's, I mean, I'm not trying to flex, but just yeah, there you go. Whenever you want to go to lunch again, just hit me up. We'll go to lunch. We'll meet up. We'll take care of that. Matt likes to. He usually does the spaces at the end of all the Spurs games and stuff like that. So make sure you give him a follow. That's once again at Matt Lerma underscore PS. Does a great job actually.
Yeah. Hey, I got a pink hyperprism rookie optic
Yeah.
Wemby
Oh yeah.
PSA 9.
Wow.
So let him
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. So let me know, Matt. Hey, man, if you wanted to grade it, I can show you some graded ones as well. You let me know what you want, brother. You let me know. Hey, speaking of Matt and speaking of the Spurs, Mavs Spurs today, 3 p.m. on the Four Letter Network. Looks like it's going to be our first glimpse at Dylan Harper. I'm excited to see that, man. Um,
So yeah, one and two going at it, right? But the big question is, what's the Chupacabra gonna do? You know what I'm saying? That's the yeah. How many games have they played already? Two
Total,
or three? Yeah, in the
I want
summer
to say
league,
four. What was it? Three in California, one in Vegas. Where are
and
they right now?
24, 25 a game.
Yeah, he's knocking it down 24. He looks like he likes his jersey number, bro. So he's been putting him up there, man. You know what I mean? It's exciting. Yeah, so I'm
Yeah,
definitely
but
gonna.
it'll be cool to see. It looks like Flag was humbled, like his first game. So um, we'll see. Now you would think that that's additional. You already go into the game with pressure, first game with an NBA logo on your chest. Um, you kind of put up a stink bomb, and then now you're going up against your sort of like your primary competition and number two pick overall, right? A guy that probably thought that maybe he was deserving of going number one.
Hmm.
So let's see, and now he's. I would assume that Dylan Harper, when it comes to that perspective, that he's playing well. He's got nothing to lose, right? Because if I put up a stink bomb, he can just point the finger at flag,
Yeah, but they
right?
all do. I think they were talking about it. Going back, you even look at Wemby when he was doing his first couple of games and whatnot. Man, it was fun watching him. But then we were just looking out, we're like, what the hell did we just get? It was silly because you just see like this tall dude
Lanky,
running around everywhere, like a chicken with his head cut off and stuff like that. And
yeah,
we're like, what the hell? Like, but yeah, they all do, man. That's why. I mean, it's fun to watch summer league games, but we don't really. I don't really put too much into it. Just yeah, it's good.
yeah,
It's gonna be fun. Yeah. How the Knicks doing? No, I was
yeah.
checking them out a little bit. So
They played one game. They got whooped by Philly.
you know,
Um, but as we saw in the playoffs, they don't really have a bench, let alone like young players. So I mean, we'll see. There's a couple of guys, Kolick, that him and Hawk Purdy, and there's a French kid. His name slipped my mind. Um, I'm looking to see what they do, how
yeah.
productive they can be. Um, but that's really all I'm looking at in the preseason. Kind of just see how those three guys are playing.
Chris Leha jumped in. He said Bryce Matthews just got the call up for the Astros this weekend. Yeah, I did see that, man. It was interesting to see if he's going to be. I guess there's going to be an MLB debut patch card coming out. That's the way it works. I don't make the rules. You know what I mean? So it'll be interesting to see if that comes out.
Oh, it's out of my reach right now, but I've got a Bryce Matthews. Um, so Panini came out. It's unlicensed.
Hmm.
Came out with it's their first year having this product. It's like a top prospect um, set,
Hmm.
and in it is like so many numbered cards and quite a few autos. And I got a Bryce Matthews um, auto. I don't think it might be numbered, but it's a Bryce Matthews auto of that product, and it's a sweet looking card. He's just sort of standing there with his bat, held out. It's a pretty cool card.
Speaking of autos, man, I forgot. I wanted to bring it up. We touched a little bit on it yesterday on Sweep the League. We're talking about the Blake Wesley. And we visited the trade. The Spurs acquired Kelly Olynyk. They had to ship off uh, Malachi Branham, Blake Wesley, 2026 second rounder or whatever. But it brought a brought up a question, or I guess like a dilemma for me. Is now what do I do with my Blake Wesley cards? We kind of joked around and stuff like that. I wanted to bring it up here on grading the market. So now, Anthony, Blake Wesley, he's gone. I had went all in with him. Um, I know Joshua had posed a question, and that's what I'm thinking about right now. So, do I sell them or do I hold them? What do you think? I know Rudy was kind of ribbing yesterday. He was like, "Man, once some cards get up to $1.50, go ahead and dump them." but 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 what do you think, man? We didn't get too much into it.
It's a risk, right? It's a what do you see him for what he's worth, right? And like we discussed yesterday, right? The opportunities that these guys are given, right? Considering who they're playing with, um, I mean, he could be going to a team where maybe there's not a lot of alphas, maybe it's not, guys that are just willing to give up the ball, right? To if you're open, you're going to take the shot, right? And that might increase his opportunities to get his points per game up. Be able to really get the most out of his game. Where imagine what's it like for a coach to try to get you know the best, not necessarily mentally, right? But the best physical attributes about for every single player. How do you do that as a coach? Right? You got a guy that's got super agile, all this mobility, could probably score at will, right? But you got a guy sitting over here that who's a star of the of the team, making 30, 40, $50 million a year.
Hmm.
And then you got another guy that a year ago you brought in to help him out. You also paid him 20, $30 million a year. So now here comes Blake Wesley, and we're going to start giving him the ball to shoot, right? So I think that those are the kind of things I'm starting to consider when guys are moved to other teams. And you know it
Yeah,
could be a situation where he thrives in that environment, right? Whatever environment he's in.
yeah,
Um, but if you got guys that are ball hogs or want the ball or they're going to be unhappy, then there's going to be a problem.
yeah. I'm a big Blake Wesley fan. I didn't just go all in on him just to be like, oh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, I'm picking this guy. No, I really thought that he was going to be with the Spurs. But like I said, sometimes it doesn't work out, and also with Malachi. Sometimes it just doesn't work out and stuff like that. So, uh,
Yeah, I got not necessarily shifting lanes, right, but just same. So I kind of you can tell by the gray hair, right? I'm not a young buck, right? But I will say that my moment when I still love the game, right?
mhm,
I still love sports, right? I don't love my Giants any less. I don't love my Knicks any less. But the moment that I was sort of done with, oh man, this dude is going to be on here forever, right? Was Odell Beckham Jr.
mm, mm,
When he got traded the way that he got traded. I mean, I thought this dude was gonna. I mean, I would write down like his stats. I would be like, man, this dude is like on Jerry Rice pace right now. Like into like year three,
mhm,
like, this dude is like on Jerry Rice pace, right?
yeah,
And he's gonna. So you start thinking, you start imagining like these crazy like thought. Remember Dollar from Richie Rich?
mm,
He would like have these like ideas on how to fix a problem, right? And mess it all up. So I would get this like Dollar from Richie Rich thoughts, right? Like, oh my God, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. And bro, when that dude left in shambles, I was like, F this, right? This is the last time you know, I ever think that a guy is gonna, you know, be on my team,
yeah.
type of
ODB, man. Anytime anybody brings him up or that name, I still remember that catch, that one where he did it, that behind the, what was it, like just like a couple of fingers when they go back and like replay it, man. That thing was sick. It was on the Cowboys, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So
yeah. Deron Bland was it? I think it was on Bland.
was it on blind?
Yeah.
That was sick. Hey, going back to the cards, man. So the Blake Wesley though, now where I'm at is, should I just really like just keep them stashed away, or should I get them graded? Because I had every intention of getting these cards graded. I remember I even told Chris Lehad at one point, I jumped so much in to these Blake Wesley cards. I was like, man, if it ain't numbered and if it ain't an on card auto, baby, I don't want it. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. So I don't know. What do
I
you
think
think, man?
I think the decision for you, in my opinion, comes down to two things. Are these a PC, which I think they are, or do you ever plan on selling them and moving them? right? If they're PC, then it doesn't matter what the value is, right? If they're a PC and you want to get them graded to say, hey, I got this like Wesley, PSA 9, PSA 10.
Yeah.
I say go for it, right? If that's what you want. If you plan on moving them, that's sort of where it gets a little bit tricky.
Damn. Blake Wesley, go out a couple of years. Hopefully, you'll be able to come back, bring us a couple of chips. Yeah, I'll have those cards ready. Just a couple of chips. We don't ask for much here at Great in the Market. We don't have. Hey, we can go ahead and start wrapping it up, man. Like I said, there wasn't a whole bunch going on in the hobby world. Anthony and I just wanted to spend a little bit of time with you on our Saturday in our spot. Um, what you got going on for the rest of the weekend, Anthony?
Just hanging out. I'm kind of, like I said earlier in the show, I kind of just want to relax, chill. There's some stuff that I got to organize here with my cars. I plan on moving just a whole bunch of like bulk stuff in like a USPS like flat rate box.
Mm-hmm.
So just starting putting them in there like bubble wrap and just getting them ready, and then I'll list them eventually. But I'll take that as that's going to be a if I do a little here, a little there, I'm good with that. I'm just wanting to relax. But still, the family might ask, hey, can you do this? Hey, can you do that for us? But it's raining a bit here, so the
Yeah.
rain usually puts a kibosh to those kinds of dad husband favors. So I think I'm just gonna chill. I do before we end. I do want to bring up a huge change that came to eBay for buyers. Um, so
That's
you,
right. Yeah, that's right. Go ahead.
yeah. So when now when you bid, right? You see a timer, and whoever has the best um, bid at the end of the auction wins the bid. Easy, simple, right? But obviously, you got people with bots, right? They'll create a script to go out to that page, see the price, they'll identify what it is they're looking for, and I've never done it, so I'm assuming that they'll have it like an increment that when this bot sees, hey, um, uh, okay, it's at 30 seconds left or 15 seconds left. If it's at this amount, go ahead and just blast it with bids at 10-cent increments until you're the highest bidder, right? And that way, these guys are getting like buyers are getting what I assume are pretty good deals, right? Well, now I don't know exactly how. I don't know if that's been put out there publicly on how they go about doing it. I don't know if it's an algorithm. I don't know if there's something specifically that they're looking for um, from the bid itself. But eBay, once you're still going to have an auction, you're still going to have a timer. But when an auction bids, an additional 2 minutes will be added, where some way, somehow, it's blocking these bots and it's just letting humans um, interact with the bidding process, and humans will have 2 minutes to bid. And what you hear, right, especially like this this random post that I found, right, that just sort of described or shows the message that eBay sent out, um, and and so what they're saying is that they call me the Chris Kyle of auctions. So this is bad. People are saying that this is bad for snipers, which it is, right? If you have a bot, um, but it's good for the seller, right? Because now it's just me and you clicking a button,
Yeah.
and and me, I might just get tired of it and be like, you know what? I'm tired of going like back and forth with this guy. 25 cents, 50 cents, 25 cents. Every time I click, now I can just say, go way over the top on him, and then see if he's willing to, kind of like storage wars,
Mhm.
which is the initial intent, I believe, for an eBay auction, not to have somebody with bots and computers and
Yeah.
trying to get over on the system. So I think we'll see what happens. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there so that those of you that are watching are aware.
Yeah, definitely, man. That post that I showed was from Andy Collects at Andy Collects. Yeah, and he ends it with the days of sniping might be coming to an end. You know what I mean? So sorry, Leha. Leha jumped in there. He goes, "They call me the Chris Kyle of auctions, baby." Leha's a buddy too. He practices sniping sometimes too. I think we all do. Yeah, I mentioned that. I brought it up like one time. I don't know on it, and it's funny because we all know that it works. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It works, and then we do it. And I remember one time I even came on or like I when I first brought it up, like on grading the market, or when we did, or maybe it was a space for got them cards. I can't remember.
Hmm.
But people started reaching out. They were like, "What's sniping? What's sniping?" And I had to like let them know. Man, next thing you know, I think like Sam over in Australia, she was like, "I sniped a card." I was like, "Oh god!" And I was like, and then Leha too. He was like, "Dude, I sniped a card." You know what I mean? I'm like, "Oh great!" And everybody like, got sniped a card. And then one time, I came on Locked On Spurs. Make sure you give a Jeff Garcia a follow at Jeff G Spurs Zone. That was one of the questions he asked me. He was like, "What's sniping?" And I was like, "Oh God, here we go." Like my goodness. But Jeff's not. If I don't think he's a really big card person, but he was like genuinely asking, like, "What's sniping?" Like, you know what I mean? So I had to
Yeah,
explain
yeah, yeah. It's a
what
big
it
term
is.
in the hobby. My days of sniping came to an end because um, uh, I don't I didn't do the robot thing, right. I was just manually trying to snipe, if you will.
Mhm,
So I got into this habit of, when I was like ready to go look, by default I set my settings right to, whenever I search for something, to list it by ending soonest.
mhm,
So I did that. I searched. I forget what I typed. I was specifically looking for Laporta,
mhm,
and I typed in Sam Laporta rookie, right, and I see this patch. I'm sorry, not patch. It was numbered to 50,
mhm,
autograph, plates and patches is what this set was called. And I was like, man, and it was blue. It was the blue variant. I was like, oh, this is sweet. And that card was going for, like, at the time, 80 to $100.
mhm.
And I see it when I listen, it comes up and it's got like 30 seconds left and it's at like $20.
Oh man.
I'm
Woo.
like, oh, I'm about to snipe this, right? And I wait. And I think I put in like I didn't have time because I think I was at the movie theaters. I was like going to the bathroom.
I
And I was
remember you
like,
telling me
look.
this.
And and at like the 2 or 1 second mark, I I hit my like max bid of like, um I don't know, like $50, $40 or something, and I win. I'm like, yes, right. Um, and I've done. I do my thing in the bathroom. I walk back out, and eBay sends you the notification. Hey, you won. And then I look at the card. Then I look at the description.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember.
It's it had like the foil was peeling. I was like, ah, no. But I got that situation squared away.
Yeah, you know what? Let everybody tell us. That's not the first kind that you've done with something like that. A lot of people don't really know this, but can you, for those people, I guess, who they get like a defect or like a damaged card, let's say they get it in the mail or something like that. You've gotten one, and you were able to get it. They actually do replace them. Um,
So
a lot of
I
people
went
don't know,
on.
but Anthony has gone through that process. Can you go ahead and let us know?
Yeah, sure, sure. Um, I get this card and I go on social media, right? And I'm like, and I explain everything that I just explained to you guys, and I get blasted. I'm like, oh, you're an idiot. You're this. You're that. Why would you not read? Blah blah blah. Yeah. And I'm like, I get it. Thanks, guys. Well deserving of all the backlash here and all the insults. But can anybody help me?
Hmm.
And I got a direct message from somebody who saw my post, and they're like, "Hey, I spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on cards a year. You know, these guys they make so much money that one card doesn't hurt them or help them.
Hmm.
You know, so this is what you need to do. You need to um, they're gonna ask when you start the process. They're gonna ask you for a few things. One is obviously a receipt. Two is the box number that card came from. I don't know if you ever noticed, but like if you open a box, especially like a hobby box or a higher price box, they usually have like a inside the lid or somewhere inside the box. There's a number.
Hmm.
They want to know that number. Um, and there was one other detail that they wanted. Um, so and he was like, he gave me some tips on how to get this information,
Hmm.
right? So I did that, and they actually came back. I sent it out to Panini, and they sent it back quick. And they're like, "No, we asked you for all this, and you didn't have it." I'm like, damn. So, how do I put this?
Pay attention, everybody.
um, I a receipt's easy to find if you need a receipt, right? So, um, I made a receipt. Um, I let them know that I got the card from a break, so I don't have that number on the inside. Um, and the other one, honestly, I forget, but that one wasn't the box number and the receipt were the two big ones.
Hmm.
And I printed that out, printed that stuff out, um, or copied it, and
Resubmit it.
then resubmitted. And it took about 6 months, but 6 months later, I mean, this card is clean. And so what they do is they'll just chuck the card you sent them, and they reprinted it with the same exact number, 32 of 50.
Bang.
Yeah, man.
It's just
It was a long, tedious process, but in the end, you kind of just forget about it and just wait, let them do their thing, and then when it comes, and it's just like a super cool mail day.
but and you got that card at a discounted price.
Yeah,
It was messed
yeah,
up, but hey, send it in, get fixed. Hey, you have any
yeah.
questions? Just come to us over here at Greater Market, baby. We'll take care of it. There's a solution for everything. Don't worry about it. We have your back. Don't worry. We'll come up with something. What you got going on? Oh, you know what? Master Joshua's in here. He said, yo, we talked about the recent Alamo auction yet. I'm not really too familiar with that. Josh, you're gonna have to jump in and you're gonna have to let us know what's going on with that. Leha says, that's wild, man. Yeah, it is a wild story, but not I was there with them every step of the way, man. It's true. I remember Anthony would be like, man, they sent the card back. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, really? And then he would be telling me, I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, hey, if you get a damaged card or something like that, and it's like a banger, you can send it back in. See, like, hey, man, help me
Yeah,
out.
sometimes I got a John Morant card. It was an insert. It was a variant. It was nice. It just had like this thick print line. And to me, I don't know why it's John Moran's kind of like Lawrence Butler. Like his cards don't miss; they're all like bangers. I'm not just talking about the rookies. Like most of his cards, like the action, whatever it is that he's doing,
Hmm.
is just a sick pose. So this card was nice.
Hmm.
Um, it might have even been like a short print. I can't remember. And I sent that back, and they wrote back saying, "Sorry, this card's it's not uh, I don't know. It was something along the lines of there are too many of them, or there's too much going on in the card to you know try to I don't know." Because they don't fix the card, right? They just find another one that's like it, uh,
Hmm.
a duplicate of it, and then send you that. But they're out, or their reason for not, you know, wanting to replace is because it was like too common of an issue, or um, I don't know what it was, but they sent that back quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yeah. Joshua jumps back in. He says, the liquidation of the Legends only shop. No, we didn't really jump into that, Joshua.
Oh, is that the one where the dude got sued for
Yeah.
scamming people?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it turns out, I believe, I don't know all the details, so I don't want to really speak too much onto it, but I know that I guess they went and they took all their cards, and I'm guessing that there's going to be an auction here shortly, something like that. I'm not, I don't know the details on that story.
I remember Josh mentioned that he was gonna um, that he had sold some to him. He's gonna try to see if he can get him back.
Get it back cheap. Leha jumps in. He says, "Man, my brother got a freaking Ja Morant kaboom horizontal this past week. He's been hitting. I did see that Ja Morant. Not only is it a kaboom, but I think it was an SSP. I did look it up. Like I said, it's a horizontal, very nice looking card, man.
Hmm.
Um, I think I did share that with you as well, right, Anthony? So yeah, well, you could check it out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw it, and so I know in football it's I guess it's different. They in football the horizontal ones are the more common ones. I think they're still short prints, right?
Mhm.
Um, but the vertical ones are the super short prints. So I
Mhm.
guess in basketball it's opposite. The
Yeah,
vertical ones are the short prints, and then the horizontal ones are the super short print. I've
yeah.
never, I've never hit a basketball kaboom.
I've never even hit a kaboom, so but no, yeah, that is something though. Thanks for sharing that with us, Chris, and for all of y'all, man, who follow Anthony and myself. Once again, make sure you give Anthony a follow at Giant Dad 21. Give me a follow at Jacob Eric C. And if you have any questions or any comments, feel free to DM us. You have a question about a card or something like that, or honestly, sometimes some people pull something. They're like, hey, what exactly is this? We'll look it up. We'll look it up definitely. We love looking at cards, so that's why when Chris shared that kaboom with me, I was like, wow, you know what I mean? Like I was looking at it. Obviously, I shot that picture over to Anthony. I was like, hey, look, check this out. That's just something we like to do in the hobby. We love seeing people's cards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When
Mhm.
people pull bangers, you know what I mean? We love that.
Yeah.
That thing's gonna get screenshotted or whatnot. That picture's gonna get downloaded and it's gonna get floated over. We love looking at cards, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Hey, I know we're. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I know you're probably going to mention.
no, 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 go ahead, go ahead. It's just Josh just jumped back in. He says, yeah, we were right. They seized it, pulled it up for auction. It's now over. So
Uh,
pickups occurring over the next 2 weeks. Gotcha, Josh. Master Joshua jumping in.
okay.
What you got, Anthony? You were going to say something?
No, no, no. I know you already mentioned we're like bringing this to an end, right? And we talk about collectors, and I'm staying away from the carbs. I'm staying away from the sugars. And I even told myself I'm going to stay away from Coke Zero, my absolute favorite drink in the world, right? And then these mofo's, drop this.
What is that?
So they got this Coca Cola Zero Star Wars collection.
Oh God.
I was like, I'm just gonna get it. I'm not gonna drink it. Man, I'm halfway through it.
Yeah. Yeah. Our crew over here in the 210, they're big Star Wars fans as well, man. Don't get them going talking about
Yeah,
what color lightsaber they would be wielding and stuff like that.
yeah. So these bottles, these collector bottles, they have, I think, two or three that you could only get in the parks.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I might have to go to Disney.
Alrighty then. Once again, everybody, we're gonna go ahead and start. We're gonna go ahead and start wrapping it up, man. Like I said, Anthony and I, we just went ahead and spend a little time with y'all on this wonderful Saturday. Myself, I'm gonna be heading over, checking out the heading over to family's house and checking out the Dylan Harper, see what he got. Remember that's at 3 o'clock on the Four Letter Network. Um, but yeah, on behalf of Anthony and myself, and y'all have a great weekend. Y'all have a hey, don't forget. You know what? Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Really helps us out with the boss. I've been noticing that we've been getting a whole bunch of views. Really thank all of y'all for watching and tuning in. But don't we get like only like 2 thumbs up and stuff like that? It's like, man, what's going on? Unless y'all really really don't like it. 2 out of the 100 and whatever. That can't be right.
takes takes half a second. One little click.
Yeah,
You
that's
don't,
just, we don't ask for much here at Great in the Market.
you don't even have to like it. Just hit the thumbs up.
Just hit the thumbs up. Yeah, have a good weekend, everybody. Peace. See y'all next Saturday.
All right, guys.